Hey Earth signs, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle, and I'm bringing you the energy check-in of the week, but we're also going to be doing a relationship connection reading after the energy check-in reading, so stay tuned for that. First we're going to So it's going to be a little bit different because I didn't want to do energy check-ins for every single sign as well as relationship readings for every single sign. So, So I decided to do a collective energy check-in for each element, and then we're going to do relationship readings for each sign. So yeah, we're going to look into the tarot cards to give me an idea of what the energy is looking like right now. And then we're going to look into the oracle cards for additional messages and advice. So I'm going to put these to the side. Please bear with me if I slur my words, if I talk over myself or trip over my words. I want to heavily blame Mercury retrograde. But also, if you hear a lot of intense meowing in the background, that's just my cat. He's a bit of a diva and he just wants to go outside. And I do let him go outside with me because sometimes he'll get a little squirrely and try to hop over the fence, hop on the wall and, do cat things. And yeah, now we have a new neighbor that has a dog, and I don't know how nice the dog is, so supervised. But let's look at your energy. So this is for all of my earth signs, whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. For the relationship readings, I'm also including the Venus sign since Venus is the planet of attraction and love. But let's look at your energy at this time. Earth signs. What does the energy look like for earth signs at this time? I hope you guys are all doing really well. I'm gonna take this one too. Having a good week. I mean, I'm doing as well as one can during a retrograde, as well as a new moon, and it's Chinese New Year's today, so, well, Chinese New Year's Eve for us in the US, so yay! Happy Chinese New Year's. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. Let's pull a couple more. Usually when I do the energy check-in readings, I like to keep them more shorter, and I do just like a 3-card pull because for each individual sign, but since this is for the collective, I'll pull a couple more. What is the energy check-in? What does the energy look like for earth signs at this time? Anything else? Is there anything else? That's it. That is it. All right. Spirit is like, nope, that's it. Pretty good. So we have the Death card. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. So very interesting energies I'm picking up. So the first message I'm getting, and this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and get rid of what does not. I know this is, for earth signs specifically, but there are a lot of people out there. So starting with the Death card, we have an ending. Something ended, kind of like, a death. It may not be like a literal death, but kind of like a death of the ego, death of the old self. I mean, we're also going to a new moon, so a lot of things are changing for us at this time. Maybe we're more in a reflective state where we're letting things, certain parts of us go, certain parts of, ideas that no longer serve us go. So I see that with the Death card here. Following by the 7 of Cups, I feel like this death has to do with some sort of dream that we're chasing, some sort of potential that we want to move towards, but because there are certain dreams that may end up actually being nightmares, that there are certain things that we have to release in order to move towards those goals, if that makes sense. If you wanted to start a business, but there was always mentality of lack, or not having enough, or then how do you expect yourself to start a business or chase after your dream if the constant thing you say to yourself is lack, right? So I feel like there's a change in certain areas like that, especially with the Six of Pentacles being in the center. I feel like, and also too, I feel like this has a lot to do with the current state of things. Like, earth signs are very in tune with reality. They're very grounded, very in tune with the climate of like current events. So earth signs may also be heavily affected by it as well. So say like, the pandemic can be extra triggering for earth signs. Things happening in the 3D are especially influential for earth signs. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles here, the Six of Pentacles kind of gives me a feeling. Sorry, my cat is trying to chew on my tarot card boxes. Don't destroy their homes, guys. Please. Thank you. But the Six of Pentacles talks about generosity and like being an even, like fair, generous giving and receiving, right? The person here has a scale and doesn't like, and kind of balances out how much they give and how much they receive. So it's a very fair card, but I feel like this death had to occur so that you can be more fair to yourself. I feel like with the Seven of Cups here too, it also talks about a lot of possibilities, too many choices, too many, like just a lot in it, like too many ideas. And I feel like that could be super draining on someone. So in order to be more fair to yourself, maybe certain dreams or certain things that once was filled in these cups that no longer serves you, that you no longer find yourself aligning with, you're having to let go. Whether that's a way of thinking, or because if you look at these cups, right, there's like one with a person in it, there's one with a snake in it, there's one with jewels and a castle. And I feel like this is where that quote is, not all that glitters is gold. And I feel like wrapping ourselves in all of it can be overwhelming, because not all of these are for our highest good, and not all of these are dreams that sustain or supplement where we want to go. So I feel like in order to get yourself out of this death, and of course there's, in the natural cycle of death, there's rebirth. Death of, when something ends, something else begins, especially for today. I mean, this is super interesting. Today is a new moon and a new year, depending on where you are. So I feel like this is a perfect time to start a new cycle where you're no longer bound by, bound and trapped and imprisoned in a mental cage, and you're walking away from things that like don't fulfill you anymore, things that no longer serve you. And honestly too, I'm so sorry, like I wish I could reach out and like give y'all like a hug or something if you're not doing okay. Like the Eight of Swords is all like mental blockage, very stuck energy, kind of like you feel bound. Even it's kind of that idea where your hands are tied, your feet are not tied, so you're not truly trapped. But when someone, you could be in a situation when someone's like, oh yeah, you're not gonna get out of here, you're not gonna make it out there. Or say if you have aspirations to do something different and someone's talking down to you, and they're like, oh yeah, you're never gonna make it, you're never gonna be so like financially stable that you can generously give. And there comes a point where we start to believe that, right? There comes a point where it's repeated so often, and being in situations where that toxicity is the norm, can cause blockages like these, regardless if you're truly bound or not. Like in this particular deck, the Eight of Swords is kind of behind and around the person, but there's all of this room here to escape, to just walk out of there. And I feel like the Eight of Swords kind of gives me that is that mental stalemate where someone's like telling you like, oh yeah, you're surrounded by swords. If you walk any direction, you're gonna get hurt. So you might as well just stay where you are. And I feel like we're no longer doing that with the 8 and 2 8s here, having these 2 synchronicities. I feel like maybe 888 is a really significant number here, but also the 8 of Cups resembles walking away, moving on, retreating. And it doesn't mean you're abandoning your ideas and your goals. And maybe for now, it's just taking a little bit of a break from all this burdensome, because change is very uncomfortable too, right? And sometimes change can come so unexpectedly and we weren't prepared for it. And so it could trigger a lot more in us. So that's the message I'm seeing here. Which is a little of a heavier one, so I'm sorry I didn't say, like, give a trigger warning before, because I just kind of channel as I go. But there are good things that are coming out of this, for sure. I mean, walking away from it is allowing yourself to move on to bigger, better things. It's allowing you to take a break. And I feel like there's a big, and I have to give props to you all, because I feel like it takes a lot of courage to recognize when something doesn't serve you anymore and allowing things to let go. Like, that's really courageous, and that takes a lot of guts. And that's, people, I've seen, memes and pictures and quotes of people saying like adults are just giant children, like, if they don't address their healing, their childhood trauma, if they don't address certain shadows of theirs, it carries on into their adult life. It's like sweeping things under the rug, and you're sweeping more and more things under the rug as you go because they were never addressed. And so finally, like, the rug is lifted and all of the dirt's out. And so it's kind of like, it's always been there. It's never been addressed. You never actually got the chance to clean it. And so in this new cycle, it's kind of like, especially in retrograde is that period where things are in review period. Things seem to come back around, right? What goes around comes around, and things are like resurfacing, and you're like, oh my gosh, what? Like, I thought I was done with you, like I thought I moved on from this. But I feel like in order to get to a place where you're fair, not overgiving, not like, and not over receiving either, is just fair, right? And being fair to yourself means walking away from things that keep you in this mental block, letting things go to chase your dreams. So that's what I'm picking up. But let's look at your oracle cards to see what Spirit's advice for you, Earth signs, is. Yeah, that's like the main message I'm getting. I thought I was getting a couple more, but I think the biggest message here is to be fair to yourself. Whatever your situation is, whatever your circumstances at this time, oh, wow. See, like, temptation. And it may even be tempting to stay stuck in certain cycles and certain patterns because you're used to it, which is understandably. It's like super understandable, it's kind of like, say, an unhealthy habit, an unhealthy diet. Let's say we've eaten McDonald's every morning for breakfast for the past 15 years. But suddenly, all of these studies are coming out saying how unhealthy it is, this and that. But you've been doing it for so long that it's kind of like part of you now, So letting that go is difficult, but it doesn't mean it's impossible either. And you have to be honest when you're being fair with yourself on what you're offering and what you're receiving at the same time. So looking at this card is temptation. It says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it's, guys. And I honestly, the first thing I was thinking of when as I was reading was, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no to things that no longer serve you. It's okay to walk away from things that don't align with your now. Right? Like, we're growing, we're always growing, and we're always experiencing new things, and we're always in, the cycle is like, we're always moving forward. Change is the only thing that's constant, right? And it's okay to change your ideas, and maybe these dreams you had at some point were like, say, like, and I'm kind of getting, like, at one point I wanted to be an astronaut, and then I realized I would literally be in zero gravity for months on end. I didn't think about the consequences, of course. Like, when I was young, I was just like, ooh, space, that sounds like so much fun. But now that I'm older and I'm like, ooh, the logistics of it does not seem conducive to what I want, right? I'd miss my family, I'd miss my friends, like, I'd be without them for months on end. So I feel like that's kind of where I'm going with, you know, certain dreams of yours may ended up have been, or certain ideas, things that you've kept, you know, kept a hold of in your thoughts may have not served you anymore. Like the snake, it might have been sneaking suspicions, over analyzing, you know, overthinking, things that kind of, yeah, like I said, just don't serve us anymore. And even though that's something you've been conditioned to be used to, it's okay to say no. And it is okay to walk away when being self-focused is not the same as being selfish. Yep. So I feel like there's a big need for self-focus here. There's a big need to be fair to yourself. Be as fair to yourself as you would for someone else. You know, equal give and take. Let's look at the final message that Spirit has for you, and then we'll move on to the relationship readings. So what is Spirit's final message for Earth signs at this time? Yeah, I hope you're all doing okay. And I did want to note too, with the Death card, I kept noticing the sun in the background. So I do see like a new dawn, you know, I do see sunlight over the over the horizon. There is a point where, you know, and I did hear this other quote. You know, how many quotes can I say in a video? But how do you know what the good days are without some of the bad days? And I feel like with these bad days, it's just emphasizing, it's kind of like a little nudge to move you towards things that do serve you instead. Okay, we're gonna take these because they all came out at once, and I'm not gonna pick and choose which one right now. So we're just gonna read them all. Lovely, and maybe one will apply to each sign. So we have, you have what it takes, and on the back it says, always follow your heart, unless it's been broken. Then you must lead it back into love, the universe. P.S. Did you know that hearts are never too big to mend, too small to rebound, or too tired to love again? That's so cute. Like, and and this death may have to do with the ending of a relationship that may be triggering, that may be coming up at this time, because it is, you know, that, you know, Valentine's Day is around the corner, and not everyone is, you know, excited for it. Of course, like, I do get that way sometimes too, you know, where I get that whole, you know, singles, I'm single, lonely forever, that kind of an idea. But let's look at this card. It says, you have more options than you realize. I mean, look at, I feel like it's like kind of just going a line with these, but it says, it sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And you can, the universe. And I feel like too, okay, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, for this one, I feel like having all of these options is really, really great. But, you know, it sure is hard to be angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons to love them. It's like looking at your dreams and your goals and the things that you're holding in these cups and looking in a lens of love. Is this something that aligns with you? Even in love, not everything has to be in alignment with you, and not everything is like compatible with you, and you can release it with love. It's not like you're gonna burn them at the stakes, and you know, you can still love them, and let them go, right? Isn't it like that saying, like, the greatest love is, you know, if you love someone, then you let them go, and if it's meant to be, they'll come back. That kind of an idea. And this one says, your treasure is at hand, and on the back it says, sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier, but more often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those they've already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. Tally-ho, the universe. And yeah, I feel like this all has to do with I mean, look, you, right? You have what it takes. You have what it takes to say no and walk away from things. You have the option to walk away, to get yourself unbound from these mental traps. And your treasure is at hand if you recognize that, you know, everything you want, you seek is within you. Whether there's a person or not, happiness is within you. Love is within you, right? Generosity is within you. Dreams, hopes, desires, right? Abundance is within you if you allow it to. And I feel like this is Spirit's way of asking you to like kind of go within, find what it is that you truly, truly want. Really dig deep and be fair to yourself. Don't let yourself get the like, you know, I feel like this maybe too, earth signs, since they're so like in tune with the earth, I feel like maybe this is like a time where you're feeling really sad because of the way the world is working, and it can cause a lot of cynicism, and it can cause a lot of like, oh, then, you know, I just want to offer all of my services to the world. I just want to save the planet, this and this. But at the same time, you have to be fair to yourself as well, to your energy, to your time, and to your peace of mind. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading here. I'm sorry it was a bit heavy, but that's kind of what I'm feeling like for this group. And if it doesn't resonate, please don't take it. If anything, just take these, because these are super cute. I mean, you have what it takes. Like, if you needed a confidence boost, take these messages right here. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you think. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the relationship connection readings. Okay, and I'm also gonna explain how the layout and everything's gonna be there. And until next time, I will see you all in another reading. I hope you all take care. I hope this brought some clarity. I hope you enjoyed it somewhat. I know it's not the lightest, brightest, but there is a sun at the end. There is, you know, the sun will come up. The sun will come up tomorrow, right? So yeah, I hope you all take care, and I will see you all soon, okay? Bye, Earth Signs. Hey Taurus, welcome to your relationship connection reading. So, if you watched the energy check-in reading, I hope you guys are doing okay. We're going to shake it up a little bit with some relationship reading. So the way this is gonna go, I'm gonna start with the Moonology cards. We're gonna get one card for each person. So person A is going to be represented on this side. Person B is going to be represented here. And then we're also going to have a connecting energy, the connecting energies between both parties. And then we're going to get oracle cards for, you know, the advice for the connection, as well as advice for both people. I'm not going to specify who is person A and who is person B. So Tauruses, you can be either or. Please take that as it resonates. All of my decks that I use all of the decks that I use during the reading can be found in the description box down below. And this is for all of my Tauruses, so Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, as I mentioned in the beginning of the last reading, since Venus is the ruler planet of attraction and love. So let's get started. Please bear with me if my voice is a little groggy. I don't know why, like I had this kind of weird, it's not COVID, I just have like a little tingling in my throat, but also Mercury retrograde has been messing with me all day today. We're also in a new moon in Aquarius, so the energy is super interesting, and we're in a Chinese New Year. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I'm just like, I don't know who I am anymore. But let's look at the energies around person A towards person B. What is the energy person A has towards person B? What is the overall energy person A has towards person B? Ooh, okay, so maybe person A is you, but it says prosperity lies ahead. So if you're coming from the reading that I just did, the energy check-in, which I hope you checked out, it is a little triggering, so trigger warning, but I feel like, you know, with all that letting go and all that, you know, walking away from something, I feel like there's been a lot of, I think I said it during the reading, like a little bit of cynicism when it comes to good things coming. Like maybe your luck is running out, or maybe this is like you're in a period where you're like, okay, where is it going? Because the death card also can mean like rock bottom, a bit like an ending. So it's kind of like, where do I go from here? But from this card, it says prosperity lies. Oops, I am so sorry. The surprise has been ruined. I bought, they're not real. But yeah, so Taurus energy on person A, but person A may not be Taurus. I mean, big synchronicity here, but they could also just be earth signs, so Virgos or Capricorn may be in the person A's charts, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I would take a look there. But let's see what the energy is for person B. What is person B's energy towards person A at this time? What is person B's energy towards person A at this time? We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So both new moons, which is very interesting because we are in a new moon in Aquarius today, and Libras are also air signs, so there may be air signs here, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but heavy on the new cycles here. And also, like, I was just like doing this, and look, your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And I feel like this has to do with that Seven of Cups card that I pulled out during the energy check-in reading, about, you know, having all your dreams, and maybe like some of those cups are no longer dreams, they're more like nightmares. And so it's time to like dump those out and work towards the things that you do truly want. But heavy Taurus energy. So, woo, this is interesting. This is fun. But we're going to go into the tarot cards. I am using the Light Seers Tarot this time around because I like it. And I feel like it just resonates with the connection, and I don't know. So let's clarify person A's energy towards person B. So these two general energies, what I'm picking, okay, because I feel like person B has been kind of like, they feel like they've run out of their luck. So they feel like nothing good is coming, and they're kind of feeling like, oh, this is it. Like, this is as good as it's getting. Person B, on the other hand, I feel like they may have been in the similar area, but more in terms of romance. Maybe there has been an imbalance here in the scales in regards to in regards to their romantic life. Also to this, a lot of green here, which, you know, earth signs, but also the heart chakra, which has a lot to do with how we love, how we, you know, express ourselves through love. And so I feel like there may has been like a block. That's why it says lies ahead. And then this one is a new romantic cycle begins. It's kind of like not quite yet. It's like almost gonna happen, but it's like, oh, it's right there. It's like we're at like a tipping scale. Look at that. See, and the scales are about to balance and they're about to come into harmony. But yeah, let's clarify person A's energy towards person B. What is person A's energy towards person B at this time? We have the Hangman. We have the Four of Cups. And then one more. We have the Wheel. So yeah, the Wheel's definitely turning in their favor. I feel like at this time and like the Wheel is turning in their favor in regards to how they see person B, because I did mention that what was their energy towards person B, and the Hangman is like all about seeking new perspective, all about like seeking wisdom, higher wisdom, putting yourself in different positions in order to see things from a different perspective. And I feel like with that too, it's kind of like finding enlightenment from, I mean, and also person A may be experiencing some lightheadedness and some light headaches. I don't know where I got that from, but yeah, because I'm like seeing like this. Oh, and that was so interesting. Some doves just came like flying into my backyard. So that's cool. But yeah, the hangman, they're doing this on purpose. So I feel, or yeah, the hangman is there to kind of see things from a different lens, look at life through a different set of eyes. Either will like voluntarily, like, oh, okay, this is not my time to, you know, exactly move forward just yet. I think person A is just like, okay, I just need to take a step back. Or they're, you know, there's divine intervention here, you know, with everything that's happening with COVID. I keep saying, you know, and I'm really sorry. That's like one of my bad habits, speech habits. But the hangman really is that I feel like there may have been divine intervention here that has caused the person A to look at things from a different perspective. Maybe they didn't see it before, and no matter how much they tried, they couldn't see it. So then, you know, spirit came in and just kind of like flipped their world, literally turned them upside down. And I'm getting that theme song from the Prince of Bel-Air, you know? Let me tell you, sir, how my life turned upside down. Yeah, like that happening here. And also flipping up, by turning upside down, we're able to see things from a different perspective, because the Four of Cups can often represent like an unfulfillment, kind of like, I mean, look at it. She's kind of just sitting there like, I guess this is it. And I felt like that's how I was feeling when I saw this card. So she's kind of like, oh, this is all I have to offer. I guess this is it. You know, kind of a little mopey, a little like unimpressed. It's, if you've seen that meme where she's just like that, like unimpressed with anything that, I think it was that meme where the daughter is like, oh, we're going to Disneyland, and she's like, huh? Like, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. But because of this change of perspective towards person B, I feel like they may be getting an unexpected gift, maybe from like someone else, or maybe from spirit that's like, hey, here's a whole cup for you if you're willing to take it. And I feel like that's going to help this wheel move forward. But let's look at person B's energy towards person A at this time. Person B's energy towards person. Oh my god, the lover is really, oh my god. Sagittarius energy. Oh, okay, and the hangman is Neptune, and is like ruled by the planet of Neptune, which is the planet of imagination and, you know, the world of potential. I said potential. Also ruled by the element of water. The Four of Cups, very watery. The wheel is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about expansion and fire. So a bit of fire and water energy here, and earth. So take that as it resonates. But I feel like the fire here is kind of like asking person A to take action with inspired action, right, towards person B. Now, person B, oh my gosh, you are you infatuated. And I'd say you a lot too, so I just want to mention that. I don't mean you as in you, the viewer, is, you know? Okay, but, I mean, you can be. Not the boss of you, but yeah. So I see the lovers here, which is also Gemini energy. So again, more air sign. And also I do see this little bow and arrow can be Sagittarius energy, which is fire. More fire energy here, which is amazing. Let's get more cards. What is person B's energy towards person A? We have the 10 of Cups. Okay, person. And I'm just getting chills. So they definitely, towards person A, they definitely see this partnership potential, this happily ever after. Ooh, okay. But they also kind of understand that things may be silent at this time, because as much as they want this to move, person B wants this connection to move forward. I feel like with this hermit here, they're seeking their own personal truth on what it is they want out of this connection. And because this person A may be in this kind of a position right now where they're needing to see things from a different perspective. They might be pulled back, which is causing person B to kind of take a step back because, you know, I feel like this also goes back to the energy check-in reading with being fair, right? Not overextending yourself, not underextending yourself. It's just whatever energy you're putting out, person A, I am going to reciprocate the same energy. And whatever person A is, and that like vice versa, you know, and I feel like person B has a lot of love for person A, just gotta say that. I mean, look at this. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And like new romantic cycle beginning. It's definitely very promising, but that's just based on person B's energy towards person A. So they may have like, be crushing really hard on person A. So Taurus, if you're a person A, then whoever you're thinking about in regards to this connection, they crushing on you. They crushing on you, boo-boo. But let's look at the connecting energies. What is the connection? What is the connecting energies between person A and person B? Y'all. 10 of Pentacles. So like, oh my god. Okay, what is, one more. What is the connecting energies between person A and person B? Okay. Okay, so this can go either way. I mean, first of all these 10s here, but the 10 of Swords can, and I feel like this really has to, I'm kind of called to, okay, yeah. See, I was like looking, I was like, I kind of want to look at the back of the deck. And the back of the deck is the Four of Wands, so we're going to take that as well. But because I'm seeing the 10 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like there needs to be a death to a way of thinking in order, from either party, in order to move it forward, move it towards this more 10 of Pentacles energy. So I feel like there is kind of a choice to be made when it comes to this connection. It could really go either way. Either, you know, there's potential for, you know, total abundance, material fulfillment, you know, fulfillment here. Also the Four of Wands is like celebration, homecoming, kind of, this almost resembles kind of marriage and family, foundations, building a foundation. The 10 of Swords can also mean that this could also just end. So it's very 50-50, which is quite interesting because, and also I wanted to note during these connection readings, we also have to consider free will. And some folks, like person B, may be crushing really hard on person A, but person A may not get out of this stuck energy. They might not see a new potential. They might not witness the prosperity ahead. They might not, you know, allow the wheel to turn in that direction, and causing person B to recognize that maybe it's time for them to walk away. So, which isn't really it's not really the most clear cut energy here. It's not like super black and white. It's very, I mean, it's 50-50. It could be either, or it could be super great, or it could just be like, okay, this is what it is, and then move on. But with the Four of Wands being on the back of the card, I feel like both parties want more potential, want more like of a foundation for this connection rather than to walk away from it. Because, yeah, especially with the Wheel being here, the Lovers, the 10 of Cups, and the Four of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like all of that energy of love, that energy of fulfillment, of, you know, of abundance is present, is more prominent than this ending here, than this 10 of Swords energy. And also too, and it's funny because a lot of the Rider-Waite, or not even Rider-Waite, but a lot of tarot decks, when they see the 10 of Swords, it's like 10 swords in someone's back. But I don't see that here. I feel like it's just, you know, almost walking away, kind of like turning your back on a situation, more like just leaving, just kind of gracefully walking out of there. I don't see this as like much more incredibly painful anymore. I just see this as kind of just like, okay, I know when it's my turn, it's like my time to like leave this stage. And again, free will. Person B can, maybe they're internally, they're like, okay, I know that this, I just don't feel like this is like the end all be all. You know, I don't feel like this connection is quite over. I feel like this connection has so much potential, but again, person B might, you know, go within and realize, okay, maybe person A isn't my 10 of Cups. You know, although I feel this way with them and I feel like there's so much potential with them, they're not changing, right? And so person B may want to walk away from it because they're like, okay, like it takes two to tango, right? It takes two people to make a relationship work. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Person A, I feel like does have, especially with the wheel here, they feel like person A feels like person B is like really lucky for them because the wheel is all about like the wheel of fortune, right? Turning point, a good luck. And especially with this prosperity lies ahead, it's like, you know, they might feel like person B, like ever since person B has come into their life, they feel like, okay, maybe there is potential here. And so, like I said in the beginning, maybe they've felt this kind of stuck, like, oh, maybe this is just my life. I'm just stuck here and sad and I'll never be happy. And then they met person B and suddenly they're like, okay, potential, you know? But they're still stuck, you know, they're not exactly making any moves towards person B. So this connection, if it is a romantic connection, I feel like there is a lot of potential for growth. Should both parties be willing, should both parties, I mean, it's beautiful. It could be so beautiful. I feel like there is a bit of a soulmate-y type of energy here with the lovers, with the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles here. I feel like there's a lot of love towards both parties. But again, I want to mention free will. And also too, if this person A could very well change too, right? They can turn a new leaf and be like, oh my God, yeah, person B is it. Like this is what I want, right? So they might want to go for it. So let's look into the advice for the connection. So we're going to use the Wild Offering Oracle for advice for the connection itself. What is Spirit's advice for the connection? What is Spirit's advice for the connection? Work. See? Like, literally, it's going to take work. Weird. So it says, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. So I feel like too, there may be some financial obstacles that might be blocking both, you know, person A and person B coming together. Like this says, like divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. And maybe there's kind of a blockage of some sort. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Like there's a blockage of some sort that is like stopping both parties from coming together. So I feel like I feel like this advice is like the most like literally common advice out there. So I'm sorry it's not more specific, but this relationship will take work. And I said this before, it takes two to tango, it takes two to make a relationship work, it takes effort on both sides. And yeah, like, and also too, it says, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. And I feel like too, because I felt this was like more of a soulmate-y, maybe a karmic type connection too, that both parties have been learning something from each other. Like this connection wasn't here for no reason. This was definitely a divine connection that was put here to either, and I don't want to say make you or break you, but like I feel like to an extent, both parties definitely learned something with this introspection, this hangman. They both got some sort of enlightenment from it. So raise the vibrations. Whoop whoop. And if both parties want to continue their, you know, their enlightenment and their healing separately, that's on them. But if they want to bring it together, that can happen as well. But it's gonna, like I said, take two to tango, so I don't want to keep repeating myself. But finally, we're gonna look into the Spirit Animal Oracle to see what spirit animal is assisting person A and person B at this time. So what spirit animal is assisting person A at this time? What spirit animal is assisting person A at this time? We have the White Raven. This one has been coming out so much in like a lot of these readings, because I've been using this for this relationship reading. And my gosh, also the number 66 is very synchronistic. 6 plus 6 is 12, which reduces to 3, which, you know, you double it, it's 6, so that's super. So if you see 333, 666, 666 doesn't really mean, I mean, it depends on how you view it, but in the spiritual community, we don't often see it as like the devil number, you know? Like that number, I feel like we see it more as just like maybe your energy's a little off. And I feel like that's what's happening with, you know, person A too. Like, and with White Raven Spirit, it says trust in the magic. I'm gonna read from the booklet that the cards came with because yeah, they made the cards, so I feel like they definitely wrote it so much better and so much more concise than I could interpret. So let's see, what spirit animal is with person B at this time? We have the lizard spirit, 38, which reduces to 11. So we have like the 4 of Wands, which gives me the 11 energy, and also 1 plus 1 is 2. So interesting. And it says, dream the world into being. So, oh, that's so sweet. And I feel like having this to do with like this whole romantic cycle beginning, I feel like your person B really wants like a love connection here. They're like really wanting this 10 of Cups, this lover's energy, like a whole ass partner. So they definitely want. And I feel like, okay, we're gonna read the booklet first and maybe I'll like put in some final notes. I don't want to keep you here forever, but I've said that with every single reading that I've ever done so far, and I have failed you, and I'm sorry. Okay. White Raven Spirit. Nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all, I was thinking weave together, and I saw like this, and it reminded me of a spider web, sorry. The intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and White Raven Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that White Raven is guiding you, an ally to you, and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways we can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. Yeah, see, I feel like with the prosperity lies ahead, the wheel turning, it's like trust in Spirit more. Trust in things that are, like, trust that things are going your way. And I don't say you as in you're the reader, the viewer, but you as in person A. Person A needs to trust the magic more. Trusting that the wheel is turning and that things are going to work out, you know. But like it said here, it's intricate web of co-creation. So it takes two to also co-create what you want with Spirit too. Spirit can help you half the way, bringing you synchronicities, bringing you messages, giving you nudges of inspiration to do a certain act, to act on something, whether it is to pursue this connection with person B, but it is a co-creative process. So it takes two, both you and Spirit. And I feel like it takes you to trust that Spirit has your back with your endeavor, person A. Let's read person B, which is 38, Lizard Spirit. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you're called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little. Allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? Oh my God, 7 of Cups. How might you grow and expand if you allow yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind, and then the world has you co-create with Spirit. Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. So the big word that I'm getting for person A and person B is co-create, which a co-creation takes what? Takes work. So both parties, person A and person B, need to put in work in order for this connection to work, in order for them to create the dream, the life that they want, to bring this good luck for, in order to, and I saw this video where this guy was explaining how coincidences are like little nudges from the universe to push you into that direction. Like, say it's like, oh, I'm wanting to have a career change. I want this dream job, right? And suddenly you talk to a friend about someone you haven't talked to in years, and suddenly that person is across the street from you. I feel like that, and it's just like, whoa, that's a coincidence. I feel like in the video he said, Spirit's nudging you to interact with that person. It's kind of just pushing you in the right direction. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the reading here. Taurus, thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. And let me know in the comments what you think. I am open to advice, and to let me know if this is the kind of readings that you want to see more of in the future. I mean, I might do it anyways, but because my channel's pretty small right now, so I don't get a lot of feedback. But I do enjoy seeing the energy of two different people and how they interact, and how they, the picture. So yeah, I hope you all have a really great week. I really hope that you take the time to, co-create with Spirit and trust in Spirit and allow yourself to dream. And I will see you all in another reading, okay? Take care, Taurus. Bye. Hey Virgo, welcome to your relationship connection reading. So the way this is going to work, we're going to start off with the Moonology Oracle deck. We're going to get one card to represent the energy of both people. So person A is going to be represented on this side. Person B, I'm sorry, did I say person A? Person B. So person A is going to be represented on this side. Person B is going to be represented on this side. We're going to get oracle cards, we're going to get tarot, and we're going to get more oracle cards to give advice, and etc, etc. So this is for all of my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, since Venus is the ruler planet of attraction and love, and also Virgo rules Venus too, so hella love and energies here. And please bear with me if I stumble upon my words and I'm not the most wow, I can't think of words right now. I'm sorry. Mercury retrograde has been quite weird with me. Also, there's energies of the new moon today and the New Year's, so very interesting. But let's take a look at person A's energy at this time towards person B. What is the general energy of person A towards person B at this time? All of the decks that I use in this reading can be found in the description box down below. Yeah, as well as a lot of other information like my social media, all that stuff. But person A, expect powerful change, new moon and eclipse, or new moon eclipse. So I feel like person A may be heavily affected by the new moon, if that resonates with you. But let's see what person B's energy overall is towards person A. And we have full moon, surrender to the divine. So full moon energy. So the Moonology usually they have a card for every sign, which is interesting that I pulled out the new moon eclipse and the full moon. So I don't see any particular signs. However, person B is really needing to let go of something. Person B may be holding on to grudges of the past. And in regards to person A, maybe person A has done something to person B that is causing this kind of a grudge type of energy, not not willing exactly to let go of that resentment yet, or yeah, especially with how the message that's coming out, surrender to the divine. I feel like there may have been an idea or a certain mindset that person B is needing to let go of, and person A, with this expect powerful change, I feel like their light has been blocked out with like kind of like person A may be going through a depression, I want to say. Like they want to shine their light, but I feel like something is blocking them from that. However, I do see a lot of strength coming through for person A. So with this expect powerful change, I feel like maybe I don't want to, yeah, maybe they've been going through something rough. I mean, we're still in really unprecedented times. Things are just crazy. But I do see with this like little glimmer of light here, I'm sorry if you can't see it, glimmer of light is kind of like no matter what is blocking their way, what is trying to stop them from shining, I feel like they're like kind of like, I'm gonna shine even brighter. So that's what the energy that I'm picking up from person A. And person B is, yeah, they need to release something, let something go, maybe do a full moon ritual. There's a full moon coming up, I mean, later. I'm not entirely too positive when that is, but let's dive into the tarot cards to clarify the energy. I'm using the Light Seers tarot deck this time around because I like it. And I love the imagery. I feel like it paints like a much broader picture. I mean, although I love all my decks, but I just wanted to show this deck some love. So what is person A's energy towards person B at this time? And also, please take the reading as it resonates. I know this is more geared towards Virgos and Virgo specific, but there are also a ton of Virgos out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So wherever the placements are, that's also an extra amount of, people. But let's look at what person A's energy is towards person B at this time. We have the Devil. Ooh. Maybe breaking the strings of temptation. I feel like, yeah. And especially with what I said, like this, no matter what is blocking them, I feel like they're trying to like shine their light through it. And it may be a temptation of some sort. The Devil energy can definitely bring up like addictions of the past, whether that's like a, depression. It's really weird, but depression can also be addictive too. Addictive to that feeling of, I mean, there's a relapse for a reason, right? We go back into that state of mind, and it's kind of like, it's this foggy like energy, and it's like, it kind of is like, no matter how much I want to shine, it's just there. And I've been there. I've had my fair share of relapses in my depression. But I feel like, yeah, person A is very strong and very courageous if they're, trying to break out of that. The Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like maybe I feel like a little bit of an inspiration coming from person B for person A to let go of this devil energy, right? I feel like because the full moon is like fully letting go. Things are letting go. Things are illuminated, right? And then having the person A have this little spark, this little glimmer of light on the side here, I feel like there is kind of that bit of inspiration to move on, to become more of the Queen of Pentacles. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she is so sure of herself. She knows that she is a hard worker, and she's worked so hard to obtain everything that she has. And she's like, I'm not gonna bow down to nobody. Like, I'm in my peace. Like, I'm in my garden. But let's see what else. And we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like with the Eight of Cups is like walking away from an addiction of some sort. And if you came from the energy check-in reading, like the Eight of Cups was shown up there as well. So, oh my gosh, yeah, because that reading had the Death card, the Seven of Cups, the Walking Away, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So yeah, I feel like this ending of some sort. That death card has to do with like the ending potentially, and of course please take it as resonates, but the energy of this, whatever is tying person A down, like they're walking away from it. They're trying to step into their power and walk away from whatever cords are attached to this addiction, whatever shadow this is. Like they're still trying to shine their light. So, and I feel like maybe it's because of person B that they're doing this, or person B may be like an inspiration or a catalyst for their change. But that's amazing. That's some strong, oh, that's some inspirational ass energy here. Like, yeah. And, oh my gosh. And, okay, in the energy check-in reading, I kept mentioning, you know, there's still like this, the sun will rise tomorrow. There's still a new dawn. And look at that. The dawn is literally on the same side as the death card. I put it away, but the death card had the sun kind of like showing in the horizon exactly like this. So yeah, walking towards a new light, walking towards, you know, a new dawn and a new cycle. So, and I feel like they want to do that with person B. But let's look at person B's energy towards person A at this time. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Feeling a little left out in the cold. Person B's, what is person B's energy towards person A at this time? We have the Queen of Swords, so a bit of air energy here. On person B's side, I definitely see Queen of Pentacles, earth energy. The Devil is also Capricorn energy, so more earth, and then the Eight of Cups, which is water. But definitely more heavier on the earth sign, so maybe they could be, I mean, you, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You may be person A. That's very interesting. Yeah. Because the major arcana and the higher suit here, I definitely see that represented. The Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, since this one is like a higher suit, I definitely see this more as air energy, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But what is the final card for person B's energy towards person A? The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so they're feeling out of the cold. I feel like this connection may have come to an end. Whether it was one or both parties' decision to do so, I feel like there was, especially with the Five of Pentacles here, to the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like person B has been feeling left out in the cold, and they've kind of had to see things through new lens, see things through more of a clear cut, no BS, through a state of mental clarity, see things for as they are. And in doing so, like when they're introspecting, when they're finding a way to see this key to unlock that door and like walk through that door to new potential and to new opportunities. And with this Two of Cups in reverse, I definitely see this as like, because it's in conjunction with the Five of Pentacles, I see this as like they're feeling depleted from feeling out of the cold for so long that they've kind of maybe gotten cold themselves. And gotten much, see also too, because I noticed in the Queen of Swords there's that cup here that's caged up, and it's kind of like putting your emotions to the side, seeing things from a logical perspective, and seeing maybe for person B, they might feel like person A isn't changing or isn't getting out of this energy. They're not walking away from it yet, so that it's kind of like they don't see, person B might not see the change in person A just yet, and they're like, okay, they're still in that addictive energy, they're still in that low vibrational energy, and it just doesn't make me feel good. So but I also feel like in a way the Queen of Swords gives me a little bit of a controlling an energy, like a little bit of a my way or highway type of a vibe. So I feel like person B might be trying to control or wanting to influence person A's healing process and person A's like walking away and that whole process. I feel like person B is a little bit like, okay, time to break the addition, let's go, let's heal, let's, you know, get this ball rolling. especially when, because I see that with the surrender to the divine. I feel like person B needs to allow things to take their natural course. And in the meantime, see things also through clear lenses. If this person, and we also have to consider free will, you know? So if person B no longer wants this connection with person A, they can walk away and you can walk away, right? Like, and I feel like that's what I was getting with, like, maybe both parties are not in like a connection anymore, or there's been a separation for quite some time. But let's look at the connecting energies before I get too ahead of myself. Let's see what the connecting energies of both parties is. What is the connecting energies of person A and person B? We have the Six of Cups. Okay, so there is love here. There is love here. But okay, one more. What is the energy between person A and person B? And the Wheel. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there is definitely love here. There is definitely, I mean, I keep getting these cards. Like the Wheel is like good luck, the Wheel of Fortune, turning a new leaf. But I feel like in a sense where maybe if this used to be a relationship, like a romantic relationship, that there is a need to turn the page, turn a new leaf, go to a place of unconditional love instead of being a bit cold, you know, because I'm also and they're both these queens, so if y'all both queens, then yes. But the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like looking, like they're both looking away from each other, and I feel like this can cause a bit of an ultra independence energy with both parties. Virgos too, they love stability. They're very, you know, independent and very like self-driven. So I feel like in this connection, maybe both parties feel something towards each other, but both parties are also kind of very aware of each other's flaws, and I feel like a compromise is needed in order for this connection to work. Seeing things through a lens of unconditional love, or just a friendship, right? Maybe starting a little slower rather than moving things really fast. Maybe that's what's kind of caused this blockage in the first place, because I feel like when this message, surrender to the divine, I feel like there is kind of a rushing energy, right? And this card is like, hey, slow it down, we got it, we're working things in your favor, you just got to trust us. But if it's causing you to feel this out in the cold, feel like you're not level-headed, feeling like you're drained, then maybe it is Spirit's way of asking you to shift your focus a bit away from this connection, away from seeing all the flaws in the connection, and focus on yourself. Person B. Person A, I feel like too, if they feel like depleted and if they feel like they're still attached to this energy that they have yet to walk away from, maybe this is, you know, expect powerful change. Allow Spirit to work with you to move forward, to get into this Queen of Pentacles state. And that may be a solo journey, but there's nothing wrong with combining both forces and working with each other to allow healing on both parties as well. Because with the Wheel here, it's like, you know, the wheel turning in your favor. The Six of Cups here also gives me like a childlike innocence, like a friendship, like, hey, you're down, I'm down, let's sit together and be down together. But maybe it's just, let's be alone together, right? Let's make the environment a little less lonely for both of us. That's kind of what I'm getting. Please take it as it resonates. As this, I said in the beginning, this is a general reading, but let's look at the oracle cards. I'm going to use the Wild Offering Oracle to get advice for the connection. What is Spirit's advice for the connection at this time? What is Spirit's advice for the connection at this time? Oh my god. If synchronicities are like if this is any indication of a divine synchronicity, like here it is. This is divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. Oh my gosh, exactly. Like, what? Yeah. basically what I've been saying for the past few minutes, summing it up perfectly. Some things require its own natural flow. Whether it's healing, whether it's detaching yourself from old habits that no longer serve you, walking away takes energy, it takes time. Healing takes time. You know, connections take time. And sometimes things just don't work out because it's not in the right time. So, yeah, I feel like this trust in divine timing, trust that things, if you both parties, person A and person B, want this connection, then both parties need to trust that it will happen and believe it, you know? And if both parties, you know, maybe want to start, you know, from a state of innocence, from a state of, hey, maybe I just want to get to know you again, that's fine, right? Trust in divine timing, trust where the divine is leading you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like getting winded. But let's look into a final message from Spirit. We're going to look in the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. We're going to pull one to represent the spirit animal. Oh, the spirit animal that is assisting both parties at this time. I'm not going to take that because I didn't even get to shuffle it. Although it's 2 cards, I didn't want to. Yeah. What is the spirit animal that is assisting, that is with person A at this time? What is the spirit animal? What spirit animal is with person A at this time? And what spirit animal is person A at this time? We have Pig Spirit, and this came out in like yesterday's reading. I just don't remember which one, but it says 47, Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. And then for person B, we're going to look in that too. And I'm just going to read from the book. I feel like they definitely explain the images and the meaning much better than I ever could. I mean, they wrote it, so yeah. What is the spirit animal that is with person B at this time? That spirit, okay. A rebirth is assured. And I feel like this goes with the energy check-in reading, the whole death and rebirth, like, this is just Spirit's confirmation that rebirth is assured. And also both are winged creatures. So, I mean, this is a pig, but pigs got wings. So I'm kind of getting a when pigs fly message. Like, I feel like maybe for person A, they've been in this kind of a devil energy for so long that they're like, how do I even walk away? Like I said, if you've eaten McDonald's for every day of your life for like 15 years, how difficult it must be to like transform that habit, right? Even if it's unhealthy, even if you know it is, it's just like always been that way. So, but yeah, let's look into the, so 47 says, Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When Pig Spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you know already. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have to come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit, with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. So yeah, like I said, also 4 + 7, what is 11? So 11, maybe a significant divine time for you. 5 is also very like a strong angel number representing change, big change. But let's look at, I'm sorry, just like burped a little. Good thing you guys can't smell that. It says, after something has run its course and died or has been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives away to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new, amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth and of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. That spirit reminds you at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness to light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is just really sums up this whole reading. I mean, I didn't even need to do the spread. I just needed these 3 cards, honestly. But I feel like for person B, I feel like person B needs to trust in the spirit, in spirit more. And allow their emotions to kind of not consume them, but more in the sense like lead the way. Like allow person B's emotions to be used as a guide towards this rebirth. And with person A, I feel like they've gained so much wisdom from this walking away experience that I feel like they're ready. They just don't know it yet. And I feel like with both of these cards, there's definitely a potential for a new beginning in the connection or a new start in some form of connection. Like I said, you can start as friends and then the wheel can keep turning, or, just showing each other compassion and unconditional love will move mountains for this connection. Will move a lot of things. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading here. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments what you think. I know my channel is pretty new and I don't have the biggest following, so I probably will do these in the future until I get more feedback. But let me know what you think if you liked it. And yeah, I hope this brought you some clarity in regards to your connection. And I do hope that you have a great week, day, night, whenever you are seeing this. And I will hopefully see you all in another reading. Okay, take care, Virgos. Bye. Hey, Capricorn. Welcome to your relationship connection reading. So the way this is going to work, we're going to start with the Moonology Oracle deck. I'm going to draw 1 card to represent each person. So person A is going to be represented on this side. Person B is going to be represented here. We're going to draw tarot cards to clarify and also to see the connecting energies. And then we're going to use more Oracle cards to give advice for each parties and the connection. So this is for all of my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, since the planet Venus is the planet of love and attraction. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't even know why. I just feel like I want to sage a little bit. So I'm just gonna, maybe there's just some energy that I didn't pick up. I'm so sorry. I was just called. I was like, sage. You need to sage a little bit. So we're just gonna cleanse it a little bit. Ooh, okay. So what is person A? Also, I didn't want to specify who is person A and person B. You may resonate with one or the other. I will leave that up to you and your intuition. But I didn't want to I just wanted to keep that part open. You may also pick up some resemblance from both parties, both people. So that may just be a mirroring energy that both people are experiencing. But yes, again, this is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates and leave the rest. So what is person A's energy towards person B at this time? What is person A's energy to person B? Okay, so this is bring love to the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So person A may have Aquarius in their chart. They may have Aquarius as their sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. Also just air energy in general. I'm so sorry. My cat's food just got dispensed, so there he goes to eat. But so yes, person A may also have air sign in their chart, Gemini and Libra. And let's see person B's overall energy towards person A at this time. Person B towards person A at this time. We have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So no specific astrological sign, but I feel like both parties, person A and person B, may be in a separation. There may be some tension here that are requiring, because person A, it says bring love into the situation, and I feel like maybe person A has been bottling up their feelings for quite some time in regards to this connection, so much so that they're kind of wanting to just dump it all out, just let it go. Whether you the viewer are person A or person B, I feel like person A just really needs to kind of wear their heart on their sleeve more, is what I'm picking up. Also for person B, adjustments are required, third quarter moon. I feel like person B is a bit stuck. Especially since this being in the third quarter moon, I feel like this is their in-between phase. They're not exactly a full moon, they're not exactly a new moon, they're just kind of in the middle. So I feel like they're kind of in a gray, person B may be in a gray area right now where they're not entirely too sure how to move forward in this connection and even in their own personal lives. So let's go ahead and look into the tarot cards to clarify what their energies are towards each other and then the connecting energies. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of purple here. So I'm seeing a lot of third eye, crown chakra, colors in these images. So there may be a lot of telepathic communication. Both parties may be seeing this connection through new lenses. Yeah, like I feel like things are coming to light and things are coming to a place where, you know, there may have been a secret that has been revealed or something that has triggered or brought up something that has been uncovered to where maybe adjustment, if you are in a committed relationship and you're like fighting or something, maybe that was caused in order for both parties to make adjustments and to create more harmony in the connection. But let's clarify that. So what is person A's energy towards person B at this time? What is person A's energy towards person B at this time? We have the Five of Cups. Okay, yeah. I mean, and it's interesting because these are two different decks and both of them have like water coming out of it, like fluid coming out of the reservoir, the cups, the vases. So I definitely feel like maybe person A felt like they've let out their emotions out too quickly and, you know, more in the sense of like more, because anger is an emotion, right? So more aggressively. And they may have some regrets about that, person A. The Five of Cups also represents like kind of the Hangman that came out in the Taurus connection reading. So there's definitely okay, that card, we're taking that because that took quite a journey to hit the floor. So, oh, look at that, the Nine of Cups. So in regards to how they feel about the connection, I feel like so one of the messages I'm getting is that they may have like spilled the beans too quickly in regards to their feelings and they may have some regrets about it. And because the Five of Cups represents like crying over spilled milk, something's already like on the table. And in doing so, they may have needed to withdraw a bit and seek, because the Hangman represents perspective, represents like, basically this person is going upside down in order to gain new perspective. Also, person A, if you're feeling a bit lightheaded, this may be, that may resonate with you, because I see like this light over the head, and it represents enlightenment, kind of, you know, that aha moment. But I'm also seeing it as being lightheaded, and a lot of lightheadedness may be symptoms of ascension. So that's very interesting. And with the Nine of Cups here too, I was just picking up the fact that there's heavy water energy here. I know Aquarius is air, so even though it's aqua, because Aquariuses are the water bearers, so they just hold the emotions. But especially with this imagery, she's spilling it out. She's like, nah. So heavy water energy here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces may be represented by person A. But I feel like with person A, with this hangman, with this new perspective, they're like recognizing that like wearing their emotions on their sleeves was for their benefit. And they're actually, I feel like it's allowing them to feel more self-fulfilled and feel like more like abundance with themselves. Like, yeah, I wear my heart on the sleeve, so what? You know, like I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling. My feelings are valid. And it's just gonna, I feel like it just makes your heart a lot lighter. Like there's light right behind on the crown. Like I said, like the crown, third eye chakra here. So they're seeing things and they're feeling things from a lighter and a brighter perspective. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. But let's look into person B. What is person B's energy towards person A at this time? What is person B's energy towards person A at this time? Okay. Ooh, we have the Magician. So more air energy here. Magician is also ruled by the planet, or represented by the planet Mercury, which is all about communication, how you communicate. We have the Two of Swords, so more air energy. So person B may have air signs in their placements: Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Let's see. What else? Especially with these scales here, this could definitely be Libra energy. So wherever in their chart they may have Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, the more prominent chart placements. One more to represent. One more card. What is person B's energy towards person A? Okay, yeah, they want something stable with person A. Person B is definitely trying to manifest something here with person A, but I feel like with this Two of Swords, they're definitely in a stalemate. And with the King of Pentacles here too, I feel like they're trying to make adjustments to kind of shift themselves into more of this King of Pentacles energy, where... And it's interesting too, because the King of Pentacles can both be very stable, but they could also be very stubborn. Like, you know, like not... And with the person A's energy here, with all this emotion and all this emotional energy, I feel like the King of Pentacles here may have put on a mask of some sort to kind of say like, oh, whoa, what are you doing? Like, that's not very practical, right? Like, you're overthinking. You're just way in over your head. You're being too emotional. And so I feel like that's kind of what caused this Five of Cups energy, which is, wow, there's like, I'm like connecting these dots here. So the Two of Swords here, and it may have caused some confusion for the Two of Swords because the person A may have withdrawn from person B and has worked on themselves to feel more self-fulfilled. And whereas person B, because of their King of Pentacles, more stubborn energy, like because the Pentacles energy, as grounded and as practical and stable as they are, they can also be very stubborn and very blocked and very like almost, I had a word for it, but like unwilling to change their plans to fit the connection. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, you're overthinking, you're being too emotional, not willing to see things from their perspective, more from their own. And so because of this, they're just like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I need to like manifest this connection back. They're withdrawing from me. I need I need something. And I feel like that has to do with this adjustments are required. Maybe they're, because the Magician is all about focused creativity, manifestations, right? Trying to manifest something. It could also mean illusions and delusions, things that aren't exactly as they seem, where, you know, person B is like, hey, person A is not looking my way anymore. They're like, how are they feeling so great when I told them that they were being too emotional? I'm seeing things from a new perspective. What needs to change? And I feel like, especially with the first card coming out, is that person B needs to see things from a different perspective. Like, the adjustments are required. The adjustments are required in this whole King of Pentacles energy of being stubborn, of being like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, like, it doesn't go with the plan that I had in mind. You know, we're putting too many emotions into it. But I do feel like person B has, I mean, especially with the Magician here too, they're definitely in their heads about what to do about this connection, which means that they're definitely, they're thinking about person A a lot. And they're looking at person A and what they have to offer, and they're trying to manifest something, a different outcome, a different scenario for both parties. So please take that as that resonates, but let's look at the connecting energies. What is the connection? Is the energy of the connection between person A and person B? What is the energy of person A and person B? What does the connecting energies look like? What do the connecting energies look like? Five of Swords. Yeah, confusion. Five of Swords is very tension, a lot of hostility, a lot of like, and I don't feel like it's in like the most, I feel like this may not even be in the most, I'm like giggling a little because it's a little petty. It's not really, I don't feel like it's that, like, I guess destructive of a connection. I don't feel like it's incredibly, it's like toxic to the point where I have the feeling to like, this is much better off like broken up. I as much as this Five of Swords is very like in their head, a lot of hostility, tension, and conflict, there is a light for it. I feel like there is like a silver lining in the connection. But let's look at one more card for the connection. What is the energy of this the connection with person A and person B? Okay, this card, interesting. Because when I was shuffling, I don't know if you noticed, but like there was like two cards that like flipped over, but I like quickly like put them back because I was like, nope, I'm drawing cards. And the Nine of Wands was one of those cards. So the came back for a reason. Okay. So going back to what I said, yeah, this may be, honestly, if this is a connect, because of course I'm doing a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. But I feel like in the connection, there are boundaries, you know, this Five of Swords energy in between, both parties are putting up walls against each other, because I feel like person A is just like, if you don't, I'm getting that, like, if you don't let me at my worst, you sure don't deserve me at my best. And like this whole emotional journey that person A is on is causing person A to create this boundary towards person B. And person B is like, okay, well, if you're not going to see things my way, if you're not going to, you know, if you're not going to go with the practical plans that I have set, then, you know, I have to protect myself against your emotions, kind of thing. Like, I have to set boundaries against your emotions. So however this resonates, it could, I feel like too, because I was like kind of stopping myself from saying it's not that toxic, because there may, for a very small group of you, this connection may cause, there may be some toxicity within the connection. Because if this person is causing you to be stuck in this Five of Cups state, in this regretful, in this like, oh, why did I let my emotions out, and not inspiring you to become to go into this like hangman to 9 of cups state, if this person B is making person A stay in this 5 of cups energy, then I feel like these boundaries are definitely necessary in the connection, and there may be a need for separation. If not, there is a separation already. Because there is nothing wrong with your emotions. There is nothing, well, see, there is nothing wrong with person A's emotion. I say you, but I don't mean like you as in the reader. I'm just channeling person. But yeah, if you are person A, then yes, I'm speaking to you. There is nothing wrong with emotions. There is nothing wrong with wearing your emotions on your sleeve. You are not too much. Person A is not too much, right? Person B, I feel like person B is a lot more stubborn. And I know the King of Pentacles is more earth sign, so that may be more Capricorn energy. But with the air here too, the air is like very intellectual, but also like analytical to a fault. Kind of like over analyzing rather than feeling, rather than like seeing person A through a lens of compassion, right? And so I feel like for a small percent of you guys, if you're watching this, that separation may be needed for the healing of, for the betterment of both parties. In order to not have this hostility in this place of conflict, maybe separation is best. But if this is just like a petty like argument that I felt in the like the beginning, like, oh yeah, I just need to make some, you know, if person B is not generally like this, if they're just kind of teasing, you know, I feel like setting the boundaries is still important. Like, your emotions are still valid regardless if they're teasing you or not. But if in your heart of hearts you know that they're a King of Pentacles and they're stable, steady, and you know they are a stable partner, they are a practical king, right? They are like this warm spirit and they're just toying around, then make your voice known. Allow yourself to be like, hey, I don't like this hostility. Like, I feel like you're being a little hostile right now. I'm setting these boundaries. And if they can't accept it, then obviously that's also just kind of like the sign to maybe separate for a time being. But let's see the oracle cards to get your advice on the connection. So I'm going to use the Wild Offering Oracle deck to get the advice for the connection for both parties. And then we're going to get another set for each person. And all the decks that I used will be in the description box down below as well. So fear not. If you like these decks, go buy them. I love, and there's more than enough room for more tarot readers. This is a very underrated field. But what is the advice Spirit has for the connection? What is this advice Spirit has for the, oh nope, that's not what I wanted to do. These are some slippery. See, so I feel like this connection, I've been like spilling cards like all over the place, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, like just gathering my stuff together. And I feel like that's I feel like person A is kind of feeling that way, like, ooh, I shouldn't spill too much, right? But it's okay, you know, things happen, and don't be afraid of person A's emotions. They're not too much. What is the advice Spirit has for the connection though? What is Spirit's advice for the connection? True love, okay. Wow. And this says, your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. So, yeah. And I feel like with the 9 of Cups in person A's spread here, I really strongly believe that person A has the potential, if not has already, in this 9 of Cups energy. They have every strength in them to bring love into the situation, as well as feeling self-fulfilled while bringing love into the whole connection. Because person A is strong as shit, especially if you're willing to wear your heart on your sleeve. That itself takes a lot of courage. And also with person B, and I feel like I'm shitting on person B a little bit, but I really don't mean to, because the King of Pentacles is a very stable energy, very like strong and like just down to earth, grounded. Like, look at him. Doesn't he look like someone that you can ask for sugar, like the neighbor that you want? And obviously they have this wolf or dog that, you know, honestly, I feel like if you don't like animals and if animals don't like you, then I can't trust you. But that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, this person B inherently has some very, very good qualities, and they have this like this power of manifestation as well, but they oftentimes do get inside their own head about being like overly analytical, and so it causes this stalemate, this difficult like balancing of both of these forces. And so I feel like both parties need to, in order for this connection to work, they need to do work within themselves. Whether person A is continuing like their abundance in their Nine of Cups, because they're more emotional, they're more in tune with their emotions, and so they're allowing themselves to feel more emotionally self-fulfilled. Person B, you know, they might have like, you know, the groundings, they might have like the stability, but maybe they need to bring more emotion into their own environment and get more in tune. And both parties have so much to learn from each other. Like, yeah, there is a certain time and place to be emotional, and wearing your emotions on your sleeve is a good thing, but at the same time, there's a time and place for it as well. So yeah, there is definitely something to learn from both parties. And see, and if there's a way to bring more balance and harmony into the situation, this can definitely be a true love, because, you know, it's like whatever you're lacking, the yin and yang, right? Whatever you're lacking, I got you. Whatever I'm lacking, you got me. It's a partnership, right? It's not like both parties are perfect, but if you can bring both the best of both qualities into the partnership, it can be super beautiful, which may take work alone rather than together. But that doesn't mean you have to. There could be, you guys could do it together. You know, that's just up to you. But we also have to consider free will in the connection with both parties. And I repeat this in every single reading because I feel like it can't be repeated enough, that what I say that during this reading, as much as there is potential, we always have to consider free will. Person A may feel so self-fulfilled that they don't even want person B no more. They're just like, nah, nope, I'm gonna do something else. Person B may be like, you're so emotional, I want something else. So it really just, or, you know, the compromise, it takes two to tango. It takes two to work on a commitment, on a relationship of any kind, whether it's romantic, a platonic, or like, as long as it takes two people, it takes work. But let's look into the spirit animal oracle. I'm going to draw one for each person to see which spirit animal has a message for that person at this time. So what spirit animal is with person A at this time? What spirit animal is with person A at this time? We have to, oh my gosh, this, and I have shuffled this time, like a lot, like, yeah, I've shuffled this a lot, but Pig Spirit's coming back again, and I will read from the book because I feel like at this point, this is the last connection reading, and if I don't read from the book, I just kind of, I don't want Capricorns to feel neglected. So this one wanted to come. Yo, stop it. Like, this one kept like popping out at me, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And it's the lizard spirit. So if you have Virgo in your chart, or if the person that you're asking about has Virgo in their chart, maybe the last reading may have a message for you there too. Although I do talk about free will there as well, you know, there may be something that resonates with you too. But I am going to read this for you. So this says, Pig Spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition, partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intelligent solutions. When Pig Spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you know already. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow Pig Spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over our ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is the time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with Pig Spirit's keen intelligence. So yeah, that's what I mentioned. Like, you know, sometimes there is a time and place for emotions and to bring emotions into the picture. But with the Hanged Man here, like, you definitely have gained so much wisdom. And like I said, both parties have so much to teach each other. And there can be so much more growth here if both parties are willing. Like, yeah, whatever you got, I got. Whatever I'm lacking, you got. Whatever I got for you. Things like that. And Lizard Spirit. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you're called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now, and I feel like that has to do with the Magician energy. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. I mean, that's kind of like dance in your head, but I feel like this is a little more chaotic than dancing. I feel like that's like aggressively attacking. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with spirit? Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral will begin to coalesce in form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. So yeah, like with, especially as like this Magician card, I feel like this has to do with like, because the Magician is kind of the opposite of the Pentacle in the sense that the Magician kind of, you know, manifests, dreams into being, you know, kind of like is that, you know, stirring the pot, making spells, bringing things into fruition, you know, focused creativity. Whereas the King of Pentacles is like, okay, I got to get from point A to point B. What in all the 3D things that we have that I can apply to bring that into light, to bring that into reality? You know, I feel like King of Pentacles is definitely like the person that plans everything in a road trip, you know, like the gas stations, the sites that we're gonna see. Like, we're gonna get there at noon, we're gonna eat lunch at noon, and then we're gonna get to wherever. It's practical and it's stable, but it doesn't leave room for the imagination. It doesn't leave room for, you know, anything and everything to come in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading here. Capricorns, thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. If you did, let me know what you think. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, how this resonated, if I should continue to do more of these readings. Of course, I mentioned that my channel is a little small, so I don't get a lot of feedback, so I will probably be doing this more in the future. I do enjoy this type of a reading. I might switch it up, you know, with the decks and things like that, but I like this spread. I like how it looks, I like how it's aesthetically pleasing to me, and I like the feeling that I get from it, until I get more feedback. So yeah, I do hope you all have a great week. I hope you guys have a great new moon, happy new Chinese New Year, and I will see you all in another video. Okay, take care, Capricorns. Bye.